One lens cracked in 3 places. She spoke with a slight lisp, voice barely audible above the groans and explosions.
I love you, Nick.
Me too, A-Dog.
Okay, enough sap. I take frontal, you flank.
Amanda clambered up onto the jagged brick, shouldered a rocket launcher, and stuck her tongue out in concentration. Nick went around the side, through a crack in the fence, and ran hard for the quickie slurp across the street. As usual, busy thinking about Podehl when he should have been pure commando, he didn't see the lurker coming. It reached from the cab of a totaled Hummer and grabbed Nick's wrist. Luckily, it was still strapped in. Safety first. Nick went with a few front kicks, made the thing eat serious boot, then wedged its head in the door before slamming it shut. Good old Detroit steel. There was a spurt, and then there was a whoom. Amanda's RPG, as always, was right on the mark. It exploded in the main swarm, concussion to plume. Lurker parts rained down like a late summer squall. Amanda did a front flip off the berm, then stepped nimbly between the remains of a National Guard unit, picking up gear and ammo as she went. In her thrift store dress and long black hair, she looked like Tiny Demi Moore playing Tiny Judy Garland, just 2 ruby shoes and a killer tornado away from waking up in Oz.
What are you waiting for? Run!
Nick backed toward the quickie slurp, scanned the lot, and opened the door. A welcome bell rang, just as something leaped over the register. A lurker chick, all in leather, tight and low cut, sleeved with tats, from hula girls to thrash bands and back. Seriously, a Victoria's gossip model, blonde hair waving in the wind. Except she was also wearing the kind of two-toned blood mask you could only get from burying your face deeply into another person. A demarcation line just below the eyes, the spot where teeth could reach no farther. "Hi," Nick said, raising his pistol. The lurker chick howled, teeth claggy with flesh, and lurched forward, totally skipping the foreplay. Nick managed to get off a shot, which missed, embedding itself in a package of olive loaf even the looters wouldn't touch. The gun slid across the floor. He would have screamed, but there was no time. She sank her teeth into his shoulder, then cheek, then neck. His health rating plummeted. Nick's soul totally fucked. Amanda was already more than 600,000 points ahead, and with yet another maximum outwit plus severe gouging, there was no chance at all he could catch her, even if he cleared the entire next level by himself. Through a red-tinged screen, Nick watched his sister sprint across the street, eat a glazed ham, collect a string of gold coins, and then pocket double bonus energy points for finding a gassed-up chainsaw. She pulled the ripcord and held it over her head, the motor howling with bad intent. Nick dropped the extra controller. Amanda paused her palmbot. The screen blinked. Swarm 2. What lurks at midnight. Continue YN.
Sorry, Nick? You lose?
I know, he said, smiling at his sister instead of her avatar. Again.
What a surprise.
Nick ran 3 fingers through his close-cropped hair, tightened his red Chuck Taylors, and then crawled out from under the kitchen table. The clock above the sink said 7:30. It was already dark. He had a little less than an hour to make his shift. "Done saving the world?" the dude asked, spooning Salisbury steak from the metal tray in front of him. "Hardly." "You see Miss Sparkle under there?" Miss Sparkle was the cat, gender never determined, despite the name. It had slunk off into the night, without so much as a final meow. "I don't think so." "She'll be back," the dude said, talking mostly to his watch. "Everything comes home eventually." Nick poured Amanda a bowl of cereal and slid it under the table with his foot.